of this film begins with a little girl in a deserted area, but then some demons surround her and begin questioning her. The girl says that thousands of years ago, the Monkey King had wreaked havoc in the palace of the gods because all the gods and their leaders had imprisoned it. After it, the leader punished it with death, and even today it is imprisoned. Now I'm looking for the Monkey King because only it can take me to the palace of the gods because I want justice. But then the demon says with a smile that you will never find the Monkey King. Meanwhile, two dwarf demons appear in front of the girl, frightening her, and she attempts to flee from them, but her hand gets hurt in this hustle, and when her blood falls on a magical flower, it suddenly turns on. Because of it, the earth shakes and bursts. There the earth bursts so deep that the demon and the girl fall into it, but the girl was also unconscious. As the demons are about to eat the girl, they hear someone's voice. They move forward to check the voice. However, the demon girl's footsteps on a magical door, which emits a very bright light, and the powers ended the demon girl. Her whole body is destroyed. After it, the Monkey King comes in front of them. At this time the Monkey King is trapped in the magical chains. It tells the demons that I made a rule that no demon will eat humans, but you eat humans, so now you will be punished. Saying this, it also pulls the demons inward. On it, the demons fall down and apologize to the Monkey King, but the next moment they get up and put their eyes in their eyes and talk to it. They show it fruit to make it greedy because after the Monkey King caused destruction in the god's palace, everyone in the demon world had to face difficulties since then. They were treated very badly. In the meantime, the little girl also comes to her senses and becomes happy to see the Monkey King in front of her. Seeing the girl, both the demons move forward to eat her. Seeing this, the Monkey King becomes furious, but because of being tied it couldn't do anything even if it wanted to. Now in order to escape, the girl falls down, but as her injured hand falls on the magical ground, her powers spread and go to the Monkey King, which frees it from the chains. After it, it ends the demons with its chains and teaches them a good lesson and saves the girl. The demons are crushed under the stone, and now the whole place is destroying. The Monkey King, with the help of a huge stone, saves the girl and comes out of there. After this, the Dragon Prince is shown, who gets the news that the mountain has been destroyed. Knowing this, the Dragon Prince finds out that the Monkey King is free. Hearing this, he is happy because he was also waiting for it to come out so that he could take revenge on it because the Monkey King had stolen some of his valuable things. The girl was happy to meet the Monkey King. She was with it, but it forbade her from coming with it. But the girl does not listen and says that only you can take me to the god's palace. After hearing this, the Monkey King looks at the sky and then looks at the mark on its hand that starts shining, and this is the mark because of which all its powers were sealed, its powers were imprisoned. He reaches a village while walking and sees that someone has destroyed the whole village. Now we see a god who had tied all the demons and stood in front of him, and the people of the god were cutting the heads of the demons. Since the Monkey King had destroyed the god's palace, all the demons had to suffer this punishment. Meanwhile, the Monkey King also arrives. One of its companions who was angry with it, beats it and brings it home while making it conscious. When it comes to its senses, the Monkey King asks it, "Why did you do this?" On it, its companion says that now you do not have the same powers as before, which should be in the demon god. The Monkey King says that yes, because the leader of the gods has sealed my powers. It asks the Monkey King about its intentions and its plan. To it the Monkey King says, "Now I will attack again, and I hope that this time I will be successful." Hearing this, its companion gets angry and throws it away while attacking it. After it, it gets angry and was leaving with the girl, but it is surrounded by its companion's wife and the rest of the demons because of it. They are in this trouble today and suddenly attack it. In return, it also attacks them. Now it did not have its powers but still was dominant on them. It easily defeats them, and after it, it says that when I was in trouble, no one thought about me. Hearing this, a demon says, "When you were successful, did you think about us?" It becomes furious hearing this and goes for its last attack. but then its companion comes to attack it, but this time the Monkey King loses to it. Then its companion says, "Now you stop doing all this." The Monkey King was very stubborn and says, "No, I will not stop, I will keep on attacking and will be successful." Hearing this, its companion was about to attack it, but then the girl comes in front of it. During this, getting a chance, the Monkey King takes the girl from there. There, the Dragon Prince goes to a god to ask for a magical device, because with its power, any demon's mind, work and action can be controlled, and with his powers, the Dragon Prince wants to stop the Monkey King. Then the god says that our leader has put a lock on his powers, so you can't use it, but the Dragon Prince, who was very bad, kills the god and steals the magical device. Now the Monkey King comes to its place and tells the girl that here in a cave, there is a golden-colored magical rod, but suddenly a huge demon gorilla comes in front of it, who starts roaring. Seeing it, the girl gets scared. The Monkey King says, "Don't be afraid, this is just my pet gorilla, it is very cute." Now because the gorilla was furious at the Monkey King, so it punches it with its huge hand to vent its anger. When the girl sees this, she shows it a banana that makes it completely normal, means its anger had cooled down. The girl throws the banana on the side, behind which the gorilla goes away, after which they both come to the cave near the magical rod. The Monkey King tries to remove the rod a lot but fails to remove it. It was also sealed here. Here comes the snake demon. The Dragon Prince had put on the protection of the magical rod. Hearing the name of the Dragon Prince, the girl becomes furious and she cries and tells the snake demon that the Dragon Prince has killed my parents, so I want to go to the palace. The snake demon does not listen to her and throws her away. The Monkey King attacks it, but it stops the attack very easily, arrests the Monkey King and threatens it to leave, but the Monkey King refuses. Hearing this, the snake demon gets angry and starts hurting the Monkey King by attacking it with its own strength. Seeing this, the girl's blood goes to the magical rod on its own, which breaks the seal on it. After it, the Monkey King finally gets it and gets rid of the snake demon while attacking and defeating it, but the snake demon runs away from there to save its life. The Monkey King puts the magical rod in its ear and promises the girl that whoever killed your parents, I will take revenge on them. The girl says, "I don't want to take revenge on anyone, I just want to go to the palace and report it." On it, the Monkey King says, "Okay, I will take you to the palace." God is about to kill a girl, but the Monkey King's demon partner forbids to do this and gets ready to die in its place. Now as they were about to enter, the Monkey King arrives. It stops God and says, "How dare you do this to my friends in my area?" After it, it immediately attacks God and was about to kill it, but its partner stops it. Getting itchness from it, God runs away from there. Then he tells its friends like a leader that you all listen to me. After it, you will have everything to eat and drink because I will take back all our rights and tell everyone that the Monkey King has come back. Everyone trusts it and agrees to support it and starts raising slogans. Then the Dragon Prince finds out that the Monkey King has obtained the magical rod. After hearing this, he becomes surprised because the leader of the gods had also sealed him and put a watch on him. On it, the snake demon says that all this is happening because of the little girl who is with it. After hearing this, the Dragon Prince orders the girl to come here because with the help of her blood he will open the magical device with which he had stolen from God's palace. The Monkey King join all the demons with it, including the huge gorilla. After it, they first attack a place and defeat all the soldiers in a jerk. Soon they win and were very happy. At night, the snake demon comes to kidnap the girl, but the Monkey King takes the girl away from here, where they play a lot and have a lot of fun. The Dragon Prince goes to another god and tells it that the Monkey King is free and has started to end the gods. After knowing this, the god asks him to go and finish it. "You are allowed from my side." Now all the demon had captured the god who had killed 30 demons by torturing them. Now as the Monkey King is about to end him, The girl stops it and says that the gods have their own rules and the demons have their own rules, so don't end it, because if you do this, then what will be the difference between you and these people? The Monkey King says, okay, this time I will listen to you and leave it, but when we go to the palace, I will kill everyone, I will not spare anyone. The girl cries and asks it, why do you want to do this? It says, because I want to prove myself in front of everyone. She says, you are a good monkey in my eyes, so stay like this, but it is still adamant to attack. After getting angry, the girl leaves from there. Now taking advantage of this opportunity, the snake demon kidnaps the girl and takes her to the Dragon Prince. He also opens the seal of the magical device with the help of the girl's blood. See this? The snake demon asks him what is the use of this device is on it. The Dragon Prince puts the crown of the device on a man. After it, he comes under his control and ends himself. It means with the help of the device, everyone can be controlled. Then he says soon, with the help of this device, the Monkey King will dance to my tunes and end its own demon companions. Hearing this, the snake demon becomes worried because it is also a demon and could also come under the control of this device. Now the Dragon Prince uses his power, after which the crown comes on the Monkey King. Then the Dragon Prince, with the help of the magical device, starts controlling all its work and mind according to itself. The Monkey King did not understand anything, what was happening to it suddenly. Now the Dragon Prince forces it to attack its people. After it, the Monkey King ends a little girl while attacking everyone. Seeing this, everyone gets scared and starts running here and there, but it does not leave anyone and was ending everyone one by one. Now his demon gorilla comes and stops it, but the Monkey King was still not able to control itself, so it also ends its beloved gorilla. Now the Dragon Prince comes in front of him and says, hey, what is this? You ended your own people. Now the Monkey King bows in front of him and says, end me. On it, the Dragon Prince is happy that this is what I wanted. Seeing this, the snake demon also becomes furious at the Dragon Prince. Now the Dragon Prince was about to end it with the help of the magical device. Then the Monkey King's companion and its wife come and save it at the right time. Meanwhile, the crown also breaks. After it, they bring Monkey King to their house here. The Monkey King was still talking about taking revenge. Hearing this, its companion gets angry and says, how many more innocent people will you end by doing this? It becomes sad hearing this and goes out of the house while hiding its face, where he sees that a child was telling his story to some people. The child tells that when the gods wanted to end this world, the Monkey King faced them alone. Hearing this, everyone says that he had thought of its own benefit, not its own people. It ended its own people. It cannot save humans. Then the Monkey King gets the god who was saved by the child. He tells it that the child who was with you is now in the possession of the Dragon Prince. Hearing this, the Monkey King decides to save her. There the snake demon frees the child, but the Dragon Prince catches him and imprisons it with the girl. After a while, the snake demon opens the jail with its own power. Then the Monkey King comes here and attacks the Dragon Prince, but he easily stops its attack and defeats it. He starts teasing him that you are an ordinary demon without that magical rod. After this, a dangerous fight begins between them. Then the Dragon Prince was about to attack him with his old weapon, but then the snake demon comes and saves it, but the Dragon Prince attacks it too and wounds the girl, and was dominant on the Monkey King. Seeing this, the snake demon tries to save it, but the Dragon Prince attacks it and locks it up on the wall. After this, he attacks the girl with a sharp rod. Although the Monkey King tries to stop the attack, but it can't stop it and the rod hits the girl. Now before he could even kill the Monkey King, the snake demon frees itself and takes the Dragon Prince away from here. The girl was injured and asks the Monkey King, when will I go to the palace? And immediately closes her eyes and gets faint. Seeing the girl in this condition, it feels sad and starts remembering the good times it spent with the girl, but then the seal of the girl on the power of the Monkey King breaks with the blood of the girl. After it, it gets its old demon god powers back. Both of them arrive and the dragon prince throws the snake demon away and attacks it with a rod, but then the Monkey King comes in front to save it, and because it got the god powers, the rod pierces it but nothing happens to it. Moreover, it has come back to its original form. Along with this, the magical rod had come to it by itself. Seeing this, the dragon prince also changes his form in not a huge dragon and starts attacking the Monkey King, but the Monkey King throws him away in one attack. Now the Monkey King tells the girl, "Whatever I did last time, I did it for my own benefit, but now whatever I do, I will do it for you." After it takes the girl and goes to the palace. In the meantime, lightning falls on it from the sky and tries to stop it, but it does not let anything happen to the girl while escaping, and finally it comes to the palace with the girl. After it fights with a dangerous dragon. Both were fighting and beating each other, but in the end the Monkey King attacks and defeats it. As it was about to end it, it remembers what the girl said, so it leaves it and does not end it. Then its companion and the snake demon also come to support the Monkey King, but it forbids them to end anyone. Seeing this good change in the Monkey King, the leader of the gods is happy because it had given up its desire for revenge and the girl dies, which makes it depressed. The leader of the gods says, "Do not worry, you will definitely meet her again in the next life." After it, we are shown the time of 100 years later. The Monkey King was still at the same place where it was imprisoned before. Then a master comes and falls here. It understands that this is the second birth of that girl from the way he talks. After it, the time after 500 years is shown. In these 500 years, the leader of the gods pushed the Monkey King under the mountain again, and today, after 500 years, a pious man and his two companions were passing by the mountain. Suddenly, a white tiger attacks them and both the companions run away while escaping and leaving their master alone. Now the tiger attacks their master means the pious man, so he has to enter a cave to save himself, and this was the same place where the Monkey King was imprisoned for the last 500 years. The Monkey King talks to that pious man here and tells him to pull a magical cloth on which some spells were written. Now as the pious man pulls it, the mountain bursts, which frees the Monkey King. After it was the tiger's turn, who was thinking of making it its prey unknowingly. The Monkey King attacks it hard with stones and ends it. After everything becomes normal, it comes to the pious man and says that the goddess has given me a job, in which I have to go with you and find a book. So now tell me quickly, where is that book and where do we have to go? But the pious man refuses it. On it, the Monkey King says happily that now I am free and leaves from here. Then suddenly the pious man's stuff opens and a crown opens itself and starts going behind the Monkey King, and it sticks to its head, which it cannot get out of here. Then the Monkey King asks the pious man about this crown, that what is this? When the pious man reads the spells written on the crown, the Monkey King starts to suffer. Suddenly, the goddess comes here in the sky and tells the Monkey King that this pious man is the companion of leader of the gods. So now he is your teacher too. You have to go with him and bring that book according to the order that was given to you. You have to protect it. You have to protect it from dangers, then this crown will come off your head on its own. After hearing this, the Monkey King flies alone to take the book, but it comes back to the place where the pious man was standing. Then the pious man tells him that we have to go there, otherwise we will never get that book. Then a huge dragon comes there to attack them. As it comes, it also eats their horse. Seeing this, Monkey King attacks it badly and beats it a lot, and in a little while it puts its senses to rest. After it, to take revenge on it, it turns it into a horse, and now they move forward. Now some masked men come to the city and attack a house. There was a girl in front of them who they had come to catch cleverly. A masked man shouts white witch," and also does an act of fear. Then he sees that girl and says, "Please leave my daughter, don't tempt her, don't do anything to her." Then in the meantime, some demons come here who are beautiful and scary, and their queens also come. Means White Witch, she removes the mask of that man and says, you pick up the child yourself and put the blame on us. Then she pulls the soul of that man inside and ends him, after which she goes to her palace and takes a bath. She was putting on makeup and saw a pious man in her magical mirror who was now passing through the caves. Here, the Monkey King starts feeling strange, then a man arrives and starts teasing the Monkey King while calling it a monkey. Then the Monkey King sees with its power that this is not a human but a demon, so it attacks him. Meanwhile, another demon comes here and now they both start fighting the Monkey King. Now this fight becomes very scary, but the Monkey King was no less than anyone and in the end, it ends them and wins. It asks them who they are. On it, they say that like you, we are also friends of that pious man, but we left him and ran away but now we will go with you to protect him. Here, the pious man comes and gives evidence of what they said and says yes, they are both telling the truth. Then the Monkey King makes them shut up and says, I think someone is watching us. The White Witch, her servants tell her that it is so strange, it seems that the prey itself is coming to us. On it, the White Witch says yes, absolutely, and once I take the soul of that pious man, then I will become immortal forever and will never die, but there is a problem. We have only 3 days to do this. Now the 4 of them go ahead and reach the deserted forest. The pious man says that we will have to stay here tonight, and when they go to find a place to stay, then an old woman comes in front of them, who gets scared to see them. This old woman was no other than the White Witch, who had come here in disguise to trap them, but the Monkey King suspects her, and as it was about to see her with its powers, the witch performs magical music there, causing the Monkey King's eyes to burn. After it, they come inside with the old woman. Seeing her daughters, the pious man's companions starts to like them and goes out to talk to them. Now that the Monkey King's itching hasn't subsided, the old woman tells it that there's a river nearby where it can wash its face. Then the pious man also tells it to do this, but before leaving, it makes a circle around the pious man and says that no matter what happens, do not come out of it. Now the Monkey King leaves and goes to the river to wash its eyes. There the pious man asks the old woman why you are so worried, what has happened to you. During this, she secretly attacks the pious man that is stopped by the circle. She tells him that when she married, there was a famine in the village, and as a result, everyone began calling her a witch. Saying this, she becomes sad. Hearing her painful story, the pious man himself breaks the circle and comes to her. Now that's what the witch wanted, but till then the Monkey King had found out that we were trapped. She is really a witch who has taken the form of an old woman, so it comes at the right time and sees her real face. After it, the witch becomes unconscious in front of the pious man by doing a drama of innocence. Now the witch secretly leaves the old woman's body and goes. Then the Monkey King also comes after her in the forest, where a great kind of fight begins between them. It was also saving the good man's companions from the witches because the old woman's daughters were also with the White Witch. Seeing this, they think that the Monkey King has gone crazy and is ending innocent people. The witch comes back to the old woman's body, but this time the Monkey King does not give her any chance and ends her in one attack, but the witch does not die from this, only the old woman dies. Seeing this, the pious man thinks that the Monkey King has really gone crazy, so he's saying spells to stop him because of it. The Monkey King starts suffering and becomes unconscious. There the witches also reach their palace and start making plans to get the Monkey King out of the way. Now that the Monkey King is upset, the pious man agrees and displays his garland, and says that we are all like these pearls, half of the north and half of the south, but look, they are tied with the same thread, so we should also be like them and walk together. After it, they start their journey again. They go to a palace where at night, the king tells the good man that the witch's eyes are on our city. She takes all the children with her and now only you can save us. Now as he says this, the witch comes here and says to the king that you told you're a false story. Saying this, she attacks all the soldiers together and ends them. She does not do anything to the pious man and says that I will not eat you today because today is my fast. Then she tells the Monkey King that I have to talk to you about something important, come with me. After saying this, she flies away and goes back to her palace. The Monkey King also follows her and tells her that if you want, I can get this crown removed from you. You just have to send the good man to me alone, so that when I eat him, no one will bother you by reading his spells and this crown will also be removed. After this, we see that the children who are imprisoned are being cut and their blood is being collected and drunk by the king. Actually, all those children were not captured by the witch, but by the king because he has to drink the blood of a child every day to cure his damaged hand. Also, the king is told by his minister that if you drink the blood of a pious man, your disease will be cured. Now at night, the good man goes to meet the witch, then the Monkey King and the other two companions also come here. Then the witch changes her form and becomes a huge snake and starts fighting with her. In return, they also fight with her and their dangerous fight breaks out. Meanwhile, the king's soldiers kidnap the pious man and take him away. Now as the king was about to end the pious man, the Monkey King comes here and attacks the king. Before the Monkey King ends the king, the pious man asks I to leave the king, then even though it does not want to but has to agree. After it, they free the children and leave from there. But on the way, everyone starts thanking the pious man. The witch also plays her game, she shows the Monkey King that they are going to attack the pious man. Then the Monkey King ends two of them to save the good man, but the pious man couldn't see the witch's trick and he starts chanting a spell by getting angry at this act, which makes Monkey King suffer. The pious man says, "You will not go with me this time. You are evil, so get away from my sight." Although the Monkey King apologizes to him, but he does not forgive it and the Monkey King has to go from there. As it leaves, the witch takes the pious man with her to her palace. The good man's two companions decide that one will go to save the good man and the other will go to take the Monkey King back. Now when he goes to take the Monkey King, it finds out that it is not here, but it takes the sword of the Monkey King from there. The pious man asks the witch, "Why have you become like this? What happened to you?" It means this witch is none other than the same white witch who has become like this. She says that the story I told you as an old woman was of my previous birth, but in this birth I will end you and become immortal. The pious man says that if you get peace by ending me, then you can end me. The good man's companion reaches outside the palace, but the witch sets an entire army of dead people to stop it. Then the Monkey King's companion arrive while wearing its dress and they start fighting the army of the dead. In the palace, the witch starts pulling the soul of the pious man. The Monkey King was going back to its house, when the witch comes in its way and says that you did the same thing 500 years ago. What you saw with your own eyes, you decided only on that, but don't do it again. Now your master, the pious man, needs you and you need to listen to him and protect him. Hearing this, the Monkey King also goes to the palace, where its clothes also get on its body automatically and now the Monkey King falls on the snowy mountains. It ends the army of the dead and stops the witch from pulling out the soul of the pious man. Because of this, the witch becomes furious and attacks the Monkey King. This was the Monkey King. It fights her and buries her in the mountains. After it, it goes to the pious man where the good man forgives it and now they come out of there, but outside, the witch is free and takes a very terrible form while collecting the dead bodies. She immediately attacks them and swallows the good man. The Monkey King tries to stop her, but here it goes opposite and this time, she was dominating the monkey. Then the Monkey King distributes itself in hundreds and attacks the witch. Now this attack was so terrible that the witch had no answer, so she loses. The leaders of the gods come to take her when the good man says to her that this witch just got lost on the way. "I can make her understand, I can fix it, you please just give her a chance." On which the leaders of the gods say that you will have to leave your body for this, and when the pious man says yes, then the leader of the gods sends the witch into his body. Later, The good man starts explaining to the witch. His words affect her and she improves. Then she says, "But I am not worthy of this new life," and she tries to end herself. The pious man tells the Monkey King that the witch wants to end herself, but I want to give her my new life, so end me before she ends herself. The Monkey King has to listen to him unwillingly, and finally he ends the pious man. Now as this happens, the pious man's body turns into stone, so they move forward in search of the book. The pious man's body was made of stone because he had given his life to the witch, but when they start their journey, the goddess performs a magic. As a result, one of the pious man's hands is cured, transforming him from stone to human. And this Monkey King movie ends here with this happy moment.